How's it going, everyone? Got a brief update on the PlayStation Store to go over in this video. A bunch of wishlist pages going live. God of War Ragnarok, there's an update that a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have wanted out of that game. It wasn't available at launch, but Sony Santa Monica Studio has clarified on their Twitter when a big feature will be dropping for the game. And want to give some shine to a brand new Metroidvania title, an After Image. This is a game that's been on my radar for a little bit now, and it looks really, really good. So we'll talk that at the end of this video. We got a release date for that game, so another title added to the early 2023 slate. But first of all, upcoming PS5 games have added wishlist pages. This includes Marvel Spider-Man 2, Rise of the Ronin, and Stellar Blade, and more are starting to roll out. And on top of that, with these games getting a wishlist pages, some of them are also getting new information attached to the games themselves. So if you look up Stellar Blade, and obviously you can add it to your wishlist, which I recommend you to do. Right now, obviously, you can't pre-order the game, but Stellar Blade's wishlist page just notes, save humanity from extinction in this electrifying story-driven action-adventure title made by Korean developer Shift Up, exclusively for PlayStation 5. Experience blistering combat and a twisting storyline as you unravel the mysteries of Earth's downfall. Now, it's interesting that they say exclusively for PlayStation 5 on the page, because I am fairly certain that that is a console exclusive and not a true exclusive. It's one of those cases where, you know, Sony is, I guess, helping funding the game, and it will be a console exclusive, but I'm fairly certain that the game is going to be a title that is on PC as well, and probably ultimately on Xbox after maybe a window elapses. I don't know about that for a fact, but that is just my speculation. And Rise of the Ronins page notes, after 3 centuries of Shogun rule, the black ships of the West descend upon Japan's borders, and the country falls into a state of turmoil. As a masterless samurai or Ronin, take up your blade and shape the course of history in this open-world action RPG for PlayStation 5. Obviously, that's a game by Tecmo Koei. People are incredibly excited about that title, as am I. Excited to see how that ultimately turns out. But these are games that are looking to drop in 2023 and beyond. I believe Stellar Blade is scheduled for a 23 release, when no Rise of the Ronin, on the other hand, is a ways away. That is looking to drop in 2024. So you won't get your hands on that for quite a while, but you can add it to your wishlist page. And it is exciting to see more of these 2023 and beyond titles get these wishlist pages, because I feel like for a little bit, you know, we kind of had to deal with the era of cross-generational releases, and a lot of these games got significantly delayed based on everything going on in the world. It looks like we're coming out on the other side of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, and now we're going to see all of these games starting to roll out, and that's what you're kind of seeing in early 2023, where our wallets are about to take an absolute thrashing. If you're the kind of person that buys a significant amount of games and you like to buy a lot of the new releases, well, as I've been saying for a while, pack a lunch, because, again, your wallet's going to take a thrashing, especially with the elevated price of games of $70. I mean, when you look at the 2 major January releases, Forspoken and Dead Space Remake, both $70 titles, and that's going to be, you know, a normalcy a lot of people are going to have to, not adapt to, but generally speaking, it doesn't take a lot to adapt to a $10 price hike. It's just you're going to have to accept it for what it is. All right, moving on from that, a lot of you guys dropped $70 on God of War Ragnarok, and I think a lot of you guys were very happy with that $70 purchase, but one element that was not available in the game at launch but will ultimately be coming in 2023, New Game Plus. This is something that I know a lot of people want. I remember when God of War Ragnarok initially came out, my boy beat it in like just a couple of days, and he was like so depressed that there was no New Game Plus mode because he was ready to play through it again. Nonetheless, Santa Monica Studio put out a tweet. We know many of you have been asking, so we're happy to confirm that New Game Plus will be coming to God of War Ragnarok in spring of 2023. We'll share more details once we get closer to the release. So this is something that's still in development. But spring of 2023 is not going to be that far away. I mean, spring starts March 21st, so you're looking March, April, May, around that time frame, and you're going to get a major update for God of War Ragnarok. That's around the time that the Burning Shore expansion for Horizon is scheduled to come out as well. I believe that's April. So while not new game releases, you're going to be getting some significant updates and reason to go back and play some of 2022's most beloved titles. So that's pretty exciting. God of War Ragnarok, obviously a tremendous game. You know, I wasn't won over by it as much as some other people. Like, everybody that I've talked to in my personal life that played the game absolutely loved the game, thought it was one of the best games they ever played. I thought it was a very good game, and it was a very, very well-made game, but I don't know, something about it just didn't completely click with me and grab me as much as some of the other titles in 2022. I can't really put my finger on it because every aspect of that game I assess, visually it looks great, narratively it's excellent, the sound design is great. Maybe it holds your hand a little bit too much, but you know, that's a complaint I've seen quite across the board, but, you know, Sony games kind of have a tendency to do that, where they're really hand-holding and they want to guide players through the game, but, you know, overall, it's a great game, and, like, I can easily recommend the title just because anyone that was excited for God of War Ragnarok, if you drop your $70 on it for the PS5 version, I think you're gonna be extremely satisfied with the game. Again, it's just something about it didn't click with me. Like, I'm gonna be real, I had a more enjoyable experience going through Horizon Forbidden West than I did God of War Ragnarok, but in no world would I say that Horizon Forbidden West is as good of a game as God of War Ragnarok. It's just a game that clicked with me more, and I've been pretty vocal about all the issues that I had with Forbidden West, so that's pretty surprising for me to say, but I'm gonna concede to the fact that Ragnarok is objectively a better game. Like, I just don't know why it didn't resonate with me as much as some other people. Maybe I gotta go back and play through it again, but that's probably not gonna happen until this New Game Plus mode drops, so take that for what you will. Lastly, I do want to note After Image is a brand new hand-drawn 2D Metroidvania title coming to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, coming from Modus Games and developer Aragon Shanghai, and it is a gorgeous Metroidvania. Again, a hand-drawn 2D action-adventure that emphasizes fast-paced combat with diversified character builds, non-linear levels, and a gripping storyline set in the ruins of a fantasy world. Years after the cataclysm called the Raising nearly brought an end to the human civilization, an amnesiac girl named Renee awakens among the ruins of the city's capital. To recover her lost memories, she embarks on a journey to rescue her mentor, inexplicably setting into motion a series of events that will determine the fate of the new world. In notes, explore a non-linear world, fight over 170 variety of enemies, deep RPG mechanics allow for diverse character builds and determine the fate of the world, stunning 2D art style, new abilities, and new after images, and over 40 original orchestral tracks. The game is scheduled to launch on April 25th of 2023. So obviously it's going to be a lower key release, but I think by the time April rolls around, like, we still don't have the complete, you know, calendar of games that's dropping in April, but I think it's going to get a little more quiet in terms of, you know, there's so many heavy hitters coming out in January, February, March that I feel like by April, it's going to get a little more quiet, and a game like After Image is going to have a little more room to shine. I don't know, maybe I'll have egg on my face and that won't be the case at all, but that is going to do it for me. Again, a bit of a PlayStation Store update as a ton of games are getting wishlist pages rolling out. Hopefully some more major titles will get wishlist pages and more information rolling out on those said pages. God of War Ragnarok getting a huge feature in spring of 2023. New Game Plus, something so many people want. Excited to give that game another whirl. And After Image coming in April of 2023, April 25th to be exact. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias, have that on your radar. It looks to be a great hand-drawn title. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.